Hello, dear students. Good morning to you all. Hope you all are good and enjoyed your holidays. Now, once again, you all are welcome to your English class. Students, as you know, that we were learning chapter number 16 of our grammar book, and that is conjunctions. Students, we have learnt that there are three kinds of conjunctions. Now, in this video, we are going to understand subordinating conjunctions and correlative conjunctions, as we are already done with coordinating conjunctions. So, let's understand subordinating conjunctions. Students, to understand it, we need to know what is independent clause and dependent clause. So let's first understand these clauses. Students, I think you all are familiar with these clauses as you have already read it in the second lesson. Now, let's revise it. Students, independent clause is a sentence which can stand alone and represents a complete thought. That means it does not require any other clause to make complete sense or to convey complete sense or thought. Fine, students. Now, for example, I have been teaching English since 5 years. Now, students, you can see that this sentence, this group of words is conveying complete sense and it does not require any other clause to convey complete sense, right? Now, the next example is my father is reading a newspaper. Again, students, it is independent clause because this group of words is conveying complete sense, and that's the reason it's an independent clause, right, students? So, why it is independent clause? If someone asks you, you can say that it is representing a complete thought, and that's the reason that it is independent clause. Now, students, let's understand what is dependent clause. Students, independent clause is a sentence which requires another clause to complete it. Right, students, as you have read in the independent clause that independent clause do not require or does not require any other clause to make a complete sense, whereas dependent clause requires another clause to make complete sense. Now, for example, if it rains, we will stay indoors. Now, here we have used if, and if is a subordinating conjunctions. Okay, we will stay home. What will happen if it rains? If it rains, we will stay home. We will stay home is independent clause because it can stand alone and can convey complete sense without the help of the another clause. But if it rains is not conveying complete sense without the help of the another clause. So if it rains will be dependent clause. Okay, and we will stay indoors will be called as independent clause. Now, students, I hope you have understood this. Now, let's move forward to the next example of dependent clause. Unless he will forgive me, I will not go home. Students, again you can see that first group of words, unless he will forgive me, is not conveying complete sense, whereas I will not go to home is conveying complete sense. So I will not go home is independent clause, and unless he will forgive me is dependent clause. Unless he will forgive me, then what? So it's not conveying complete sense. Now let's move forward and understand subordinating conjunctions, as we have already done with dependent and independent clause. Now, what are subordinating conjunctions? Students, subordinating conjunctions are linking words which connect one dependent clause to an independent clause. Fine, students. So, subordinating conjunctions are the linking words, and what they do, they link or they connect dependent clause to an independent clause. Now, it always comes in the beginning of dependent clause. Subordinating conjunctions always come in the beginning of the dependent clause. And the last and the most important thing is that a subordinating clause can't make sense on its own because it requires another clause to make complete sense. Fine, students. So, this is what subordinating conjunctions are. Like when, who, because, till, since, so that, unless, if. Okay, so these are examples of subordinating conjunctions. Now students, let's understand subordinating conjunctions with some examples. We eat so that we may live. Students, you can see that so that, since, unless are the highlighted words. And why they are highlighted? Because they are subordinating conjunctions. We eat so that we may live. We eat is the independent clause because it is making complete sense on its own. So that we may live is dependent clause, and as we have read that subordinating conjunctions are always written before the dependent clause. So we may live is dependent clause and before it we have written so that, and that is the subordinating conjunction. Now the next example is I have taught her since she was 10 years old. I have taught her is independent clause, whereas since she was 10 years old is independent clause. And these two clauses are joined with the conjunction, and that is since. Unless you do your homework, you can't go out to play. Unless you do your homework is dependent clause, and it is dependent on the next clause, which is you can't go out to play. Now students, we have learnt that subordinating conjunctions are the linking words which join one independent clause to dependent clause. I think you have understood it. Now let's move forward and learn correlative conjunctions. Students, correlative conjunctions can be used with subjects or objects of a sentence, and they follow same pattern as coordinating conjunction, but they have two parts. They are similar to coordinating conjunctions, but they have two parts, like both and, not only but also, either or, and neither nor. Fine students. So students, they are pair of conjunction, and these are the conjunctions that help to join two balanced claused phrases or verb. Fine students, two similar things. They join two similar clauses, phrases or verbs. Now students, for example, both Karan
and Cyrus enjoyed the film. It means that both of these people enjoyed the film. Okay, students?
So both of these enjoyed the film. His grandfather could neither read nor write, means his grandfather can't do any action out of these. Okay, so neither he can read book nor write. Fine. So these were the correlative conjunctions, pair of conjunctions. Now I think you have understood it. Hope everything is clear to you. So students, fill in the blanks with suitable conjunctions and write the correct answer in the comment box below. So here are the two questions for all of you. Choose the correct option and write the correct answer in the comment box. Till then, thank you. Bye-bye.